So, Joyce, you cannot scream to me on the phone. Go ahead and talk to your girlfriend. What is that about? You just went with your boyfriend overnight who came down and got a hotel room.
He's just my friend.
It doesn't matter. You stayed out overnight and you didn't come home until 9:25, and then I'm in the room privately with the door closed talking to an associate.
Look,
And you're screaming. Nobody's stopping you from coming in the room, but you can't come in the room and scream, "Go ahead and talk to your girlfriend," and interrupt me when I'm on the phone. I don't have a girlfriend. I've been celibate, Joy. I'm not jumping in and out of relationships. So it's inappropriate for you to come busting in the room. You can come in the room anytime you want and get your clothes. Your clothes are in here with my clothes. You have a closet, I have a closet. I have one drawer, and now this dresser that you gave me that is broken. So I still have nowhere to put my clothes. You want to take the TV out of here. You want to go grab the TV out of here.
Is this dresser broken?
Again, I'm talking to you about the TV. You're telling me you're going to go take the TV. You got a TV on the first floor. Those drawers don't work that well. Look at them. Look, you can't even open them. You can't. You can't
that's
even.
That's all dressers.
Again, Joy, I still don't have enough room. You still didn't get all your stuff out of the bottom of the closet. Your priority is to go in the bedroom where you sleep in the chair. You're screaming at me, "I'm going to go take the TV," when I'm saying, "Please don't. You got a TV on the first floor." I don't come down to the first floor. You have the love seat in the first floor. You have your chair, your big chair in the first floor. You got the chair out in the mudroom that you said that you were going to get rid of. You got a huge-ass TV down there that you only watch. I don't come down and spend time around you because you're always nasty. Now you're telling me that even though I'm asking you, please don't take the only TV that I watch. I don't watch that one in the office. I can't lay in the bed with my leg that is still needing to be healed and watch TV from the office TV, and I don't have the time and the safety to keep moving stuff around. Just having the doctor tell me Wednesday that I can opt out of surgery. My leg is still hurt, and you're screaming, "I'm going to go ahead and take it anyways." What is that about? And then screaming while I'm on the phone, "Go ahead and talk to your girlfriend," because you hear a female voice after you've been out all night with your male friend and didn't come home till the morning, is inappropriate. That's immature behavior. It's violating my rights as a human being in dignity. You're trying to cause me emotional and mental distress for the last 4 days since Thanksgiving Eve when you sprung on me. You've been seeing this guy secretly for over 2 months. Everything you've been doing for the last 3 or 4 days is trying to cause me emotional and mental distress. I'm going to take the car. I'm going to take over the car payment. I had to call Wells Fargo so that they can notate the account that we're both on the title, which they know. We're both on the loan, which they know. I pay the loan every month, so I don't know why you think you're taking over paying the car loan. Why you think you're taking over the house. You want to go and get me off this house as soon as possible. We both pay equal amounts on the car and the taxes. We both are co-owners and tenants in common. So I am asking you to treat me with equitable and fairness. Equitable and fairness. I have only 2 rooms in this house that I spend my time in. One is where my computer is at, and one is the bed I've been sleeping in 5 years. We share the upstairs bathroom. You got a half bath downstairs. So as far as space, you got the kitchen downstairs, the dining room where you play your computer games on, your laptop. I don't go and hang out at the dining room table. You don't ever see me sitting at the dining room table playing on my laptop like you do. So you got the dining room. You got the kitchen. I'm hardly ever in there when you're home because I try to stay upstairs when you're home. So you got the kitchen, the dining room where you play on your laptop. You got the living room where your love seat is filled up with your yarn stuff and your yarn projects. You got your big sofa chair that you sit in and watch TV. All the photos over the fireplace are yours. All the photos in the bookshelf is yours. No, I don't want to be around you. You got the whole first floor. I don't feel safe around you. It's unpredictable. Just a half hour ago, you're busting in here screaming, "Go ahead and talk to your girlfriend," knowing I'm on the phone. You're always, when I'm in my AA Zoom meeting in the morning, busting in the door without knocking, trying to get on the camera. "Oh, he's got a girlfriend." Listen, the games that you've been playing for the last number of years are insane. But this latest one, just a half hour ago, you busting in here, and 3 times when I'm on the phone screaming at me, talking to me, I'm on the phone. Who doesn't see someone on a phone and have enough respect to wait? There is no urgency. You got all this stuff piled up in the hallway. It was in that bedroom. I will get that Joe to pick it up and get it out of here. But your priorities are so screwed up, and it's all about a game. It's all about you want my, and it caused me emotional and mental distress. So that is why I have recorded this whole conversation. Say hello. And the gig is up. You're trying to make it uncomfortable for me to live here in the 1-2 rooms that I'm in. The bedroom I've been sleeping in for 5 years, and where my computer's at. So you've been doing things for the last 3 days to try to make it uncomfortable for me to live here, hoping that I will just leave with the clothes on my back. And like I said, I only did that when I had abusive significant others. I left with the clothes on my back because I didn't feel safe when glass got punched into my face. I didn't feel safe that Lauren was on all kinds of meds. Now that you're on the Zoloft, I don't know what you'll do. You're banging into my antique table that I've had for 30 years over and over, and I'm asking you not to, and you're still doing it. No matter how upset you get, you can't be disagreeable. You can't go and be hostile and start banging stuff into somebody else's property that you know that they cherish. And you slept with this guy overnight. I don't care if you had sex with him, it's none of my business. You didn't come home until 9:25 in the morning. So all the things that you're doing are very evident to everybody that you are trying to cause me emotional and mental distress and make it. Now you want to yank the TV out of the room that I've been in here for 5 years sleeping. You haven't slept in this bedroom for over 2 years. The only TV that I can watch in here, you know my funds are low. You know I'm on disability. You know I can't just go out and buy another TV. But you are deliberately going out of your way to cause me emotional and mental distress, yanking things from me, wanting to yank things from me, wanting to take over the car, wanting to take over the house, wanting to take my name off the house. You want to disrupt my life. Because I would not marry you in 2022, and I told you to stop forcing me to kiss you every time in the car. Can I get a little peck? Can I get a little peck? Listen, if a person wants to give you a kiss, you don't have to ask them. If they don't want to give you a kiss, they won't offer. They won't even reach over towards you. And you haven't picked that up in the last 2 years. You've been begging for kisses every time I drop you off to work. And then I have to give you a peck because you're begging and you're so needy. I can't do it anymore. September 19th was the text messages that I uploaded of all the conversation I had with you that day to have to remind you, we are housemates. We are not in an affectionate romantic relationship. And as soon as I did that, you must have got with Annie because you had already planned that October 24th through 25th going away to Penn under the guise you were going with Annie all 3 weekends. I'm not saying in a row. I'm just saying 3 weekends you were going away under the guise you were going with Annie. And then you told me that your new boyfriend was there each time.
Not my boyfriend.
Whatever, you went over. You didn't come home till 9:25 in the morning. You said you want to come and have sex with him. On the last recording, you said you want to bring him here and you want to have a door you can shut to be alone to bring him to stay overnight. You're recorded on everything, Joy. So whatever scheme you cooked up with your friend Annie and your girlfriends, please stop. Just because you sprung on me 3 days ago that you've been seeing a guy for over 2 months does not mean I'm rushing to any table to set any new terms of what our financial arrangement was. I'm already paying over what the original financial arrangement was, that it would be $500 a month, including utilities. When I came in here, after I invested in all this property improvements and was looking at what I was paying that was far over and above what you told me it would be, and all the tax liens that you hadn't paid in 2017, 2018, 2019, and 2020.
How ridiculous is this?
There's nothing in the office that is yours that you need.
Excuse me.
So get a garbage can, whatever. But I want to make sure I stay far from you because you want to set all these terms because you just was overnight. I don't care what you did with the guy, but you stayed overnight and didn't come home until 9:25. You just sprung on me on Thanksgiving Eve. You've been talking to him for over 2 months. And now you want to change all these terms. You want to take over the car. You want to take over the house. You want to take the TV in the bedroom where I've been sleeping for 5 years. I'm not having any more discussions with you about changing anything. Because the only person who's changed here and who has got caught lying since 2019 is you. I'm an open book. And guess what, Joy? Everybody knows I'm an open book. I write blogs. I'm a Christian evangelist in public. I have 8 books being sold on Amazon with information.
You're such a victim.
Okay, but it doesn't matter. But the point is, I'm not setting any new terms with you. What I'm going to hold you to is what the promise was in 2019. When we do this split, you're going to be held accountable for every lie you told me, especially as it deals with financial stuff. We're not setting any new terms. Understand that. The terms are as is because I haven't changed. I'm celibate. I'm not seeing anybody. I'm not jumping into bed with people. I'm not putting myself at risk for STDs. I'm not meeting with my friend Annie, who is a bitter divorced woman because her husband cheated on her, and having secret meetings 3 weekends. And going away with her to PROVERBS October 24th to 25th, and then coming back after September 19th when I sent you email and text, please stop forcing me to kiss you. Please stop forcing me to pretend I'm your boyfriend. And then you come back with, after meeting with Annie, with all this bitterness, all these head games, all this last minute want to change stuff. Sorry, it doesn't work that way. You're getting bad advice.
No.
You're getting very bad advice. You have been nothing but vindictive and trying to cause me emotional and mental distress ever since you started hanging out with Annie. It only started after I confronted you again 2 years later now, after I've asked you to only be housemates, you trying to force me to be affectionate with you when I don't feel that way. I can't kiss somebody who always hurts me, who wants to kiss me and then slap me in the same time like an abusive mother.
I never slapped you.
I cannot. I used the analogy 2 years ago that the way you treat me is like an abusive mother. You want to kiss me and then abuse me in the same breath. You change your stories in the middle of the same thing when I confront you on things. You'll say, oh yeah, well, it's like this thing with this guy. I didn't care. I told you 2 years ago, see other people, but there's something I've been need to tell you. I've been talking to somebody for 2 months. Then that story changes 3 times within a few hours. I don't care because it's none of my business. You're supposed to go live your life. I've been encouraging you to go get girlfriends, older women to talk to and get advice from, not divorced, bitter women and the whatever husband hater group or the ex-boyfriend hater group. Scheming and trying to demise and destroy my life and disrupt my life. I've spent 8 days with all your games, unable to do and live my life freely. That's called harassment, intimidation, extortion. And now you want to extort the car, extort the house that we co-own, extort the TV that you haven't been up in this bedroom to watch in over 2 years. You want to extort me and punish me because I did not respond to your request for kiss and affection. When you mistreat me, don't expect me to show you any type of physical anything. You know what love I have for you? It's called agape love. It's called the purest form of godly love. I want to see the best for you. I've been asking you to go to therapy for years because you need therapy. That Zoloft dose, you need to go check that with your psychiatrist or whoever prescribed it because you're acting erratic all the time and irrational. And all these changes you want to make in 3 days on a weekend on top of that are irrational and immature. And then screaming to me when I'm on the phone with an associate, oh, go ahead and talk to your girlfriend. She heard that. She's a witness to that.
I don't care. I don't care.
Well, you should care because it's called disrespecting boundaries and it's called criminal activity. You're harassing somebody who's on the phone. That's harassment. You should care. You should care about harassing and intimidation and stalking. And now look at the hallway. You needed this bedroom so bad. You haven't slept up here in over 2 years, and suddenly, all of a sudden, you want to take the car, take the TV, take over the house, take over that bedroom. You're now going to sleep in the bedroom. I'm going to start seeing how long you stay in that bedroom. The only time you'll probably be in that bedroom is, like you said on the last recording, when you want to bring your boyfriend over. And that's okay. Bring him over. Have all the fun you want. I pray you keep yourself safe. I pray you don't get an STD. I pray this guy is good for you, whatever. But you and I are now just all about business. Please keep your distance from me. I will not be in the kitchen. I will not be in the kitchen when you're in the kitchen. I will not be downstairs in the living room with you. I will not be down there feeling guilty. Oh, let me go down, at least act like I want to watch Chop with her so she doesn't feel alone. Now I don't have to worry about your loneliness. You have people in your life to no longer be lonely. You finally got out the house after the 6 years I've known you and reconnected with your friend Annie. October 24th through 25th, and you went to PROVERBS. Nobody restricted you from that. I encourage that because I can't be your codependent everything that you've tried to make me and force me to do things I don't want to do. That's illegal. That's illegal. No is no. No is a complete sentence, as we say in AA. So no. You're the one that has crossed boundaries. You're the needy person, and now you got somebody to be needy with. You get them quickly. You didn't even take a rest from us. For me finally having to put my foot down in September, you didn't even take any time to focus on the fact that you might want to go talk to a professional. No, you just jump into some other guy's arms. That's not normal behavior. September 19th to today, November 30th, to be in another relationship is weird. Listen, when I left Lauren, who you promised me you would never abuse me like Lauren, which you have more than Lauren, you have emotionally and mentally abused me for the whole time I've known you. From the first day I met you on Black Friday 2019, you have lied to me, you have manipulated me, you have fooled me. That's abuse. So that we can't wash that over anymore because it's just gotten progressively worse, especially after I called off the wedding in 2022. You have grown bitter, resentful, vindictive, untrustworthy. Yes, absolutely. And now you want to take everything from me because I called you out on it. You want to punish me for telling the truth. That's unacceptable. That's criminal. And now you want to cause me emotional, mental distress, kick me out of the bedroom I've been sleeping in for 5 years, take the TV that I watch in here, take the car, get my name off the house, all this quickly. September 19th, today's November 30th. Who doesn't take time to work on themselves and go get free groups? Al-Anon, free. You don't want to go there. Church groups, you don't want to join any church. Women's groups, you don't want to join any women's groups. The Bridge, you don't want to go there for help. You go jump and hang out with your old friend Annie, whose boyfriend cheated or husband cheated on her and is bitter and divorced or either separated. That's who you get your advice from. And suddenly, since you've been hanging out with Annie, 3 weekends gone, not consecutively, you have come back here and tried to make it uncomfortable for me to live here, hoping I will just leave with the clothes on my back, like when Lauren was abusing me and like my previous marriage, because you already know that. Because you promised me you would never do that. You promised me you would never be like them over 100 times. Every time I said to you, you're abusing me just like, you're reminding me of what I went through with my ex-wives, you said, I will never be like them. I will never hurt you. But look, it's only 3 days. The stuff you have been doing in the last week has deliberate to try to disrupt my life, turn my life upside down in my greatest time of need, when I need knee surgery, 2 orthopedic centers. You waited till I was in my weakest moment to try to hurt me because I won't show you affection. Even to the point last night you went and stayed wherever you stayed and came home at 9:25 a.m. Joyce, all the documentation and all the emails, the conversations since September 2019 are documented and uploaded. And your responses. And your response, you know what was on September 19th? No, I love you. And I'm going to do better to prove that to you, not just show you, not just tell you, but show you. It's up. No, you have not tried. It's 6 years of lies. 6 years of lies. Love is not buying somebody a candy bar. You have only cooked 6 times in 6 years we've been together, dinner. You have only cooked breakfast less than 4 to 6 times in the whole 6 years that we've been together. You have not tried. The house is not clean. No, you don't do your part. No, I'm getting back to the 6 times. You've only cooked 6 full meals in 6 years.
Okay, so why?
And you've been on vacation for 2 weeks. The whole 2 weeks you were just on vacation. No, I'm talking. The grown-ups are talking. You were just on vacation for 2 weeks. You didn't cook dinner once. No, you did once. You made meatballs. They were very good. You made chicken. Okay, that's 6 times in 6 years. 6 times in 6 years. And that's only because I complained to you that when you're on vacation for 2 weeks and we don't go anywhere, you still don't cook. So only in the last 2 months did you bake some muffins and a couple cakes, and you made chicken, and you made meatballs and sausage, because I have had to ask for 6 years. Please cook regularly when you're home. You don't cook on weekends when you're home. I've been doing you don't clean the house. You don't clean the house. Our house, listen, we had Homoglow in here. I got records and pictures of how dirty the house has been. This house was filled to the ceiling with hoarded garbage and QVC stuff still in the box when I moved in here. It took 3 dump trucks to clean out, and we're still not done. So don't try to go there. You don't. You sit in your chair all day long and stuff your face with chips and sandwiches. You don't cook because you order from the pizza places and make sandwiches and peanut butter sandwiches in the middle of the night, then leave the knife caked on peanut butter in the sink. And then it doesn't come clean in the dishwasher. Joy, no. Everything's coming to wash. Everything. You know what Jesus says in the Bible? Shout from the rooftops for all to hear. Shout from the rooftops for all to hear. You're exposed. This is the radical stuff I'm talking about. She left yesterday, Saturday, November 29th, with her new boyfriend who came down and got a hotel. So now this is her next, it's been 4 or 5 days of just erratic changes. She wants to yank the TV out of the bedroom where I've been sleeping for the last 5 years and take it from me. And I now have to go make a change because I've been a consistent person here helping pay the bills and pay the taxes and the school taxes. But just as she comes home from her overnight, I don't care where she's at. She can see whoever she wants. But now she's removed all. This was my daughter. This spare bedroom here was reserved for the grandkids when they come over. But she yanked everything out of here. And now she says she's going to sleep up here, even though she's been sleeping downstairs for over 2 years. All these bags, now I got to go pay a guy to go get these all and put them in storage upstairs in the attic or whatever, because she's making erratic changes. Now she needs this new TV up here in the bedroom, okay? She needs to figure out how it gets to work. This is where the grandkids were staying. And this is all since Wednesday, Thanksgiving Eve, when she told me she was been seeing somebody or talking to somebody for over 2 months. She's been making constant changes. And look at turning our house upside down, turning our lives upside down, keeping me distracted for all week long from the things that I want to do and have fun and enjoy life unharassed. This is nuts. This is it. Every day it's a new game. Every day it's something new. Every day it's a major change from what she's been doing for the last couple of years. This is all last minute stuff. Ever since she started hanging out with her divorced friend, Annie, they went away for a week in October 24th to 25th. And then come to find out this guy's been around Annie. Oh, she reconnected with that she's known from years ago. But all these quick changes, then wanting to take over the car, take over the house, take my name off the house, all within 1 week after I confronted her about, hey, I'm not upset. Go ahead and see him. I guess she expected to rouse me or to have me be angry. But look at all these changes. You're seeing it live. Craziness. This is like somebody just moved in from outer space, all within 1 week. All these crazy incidents. Can you hear me? I can't hear you. I can only barely hear you. Joy, is this a brand new TV?
Yes.
So you went out and brought a brand new TV?
What else was I going to do?
You just brought this like this last couple hours?
Yeah.
Oh, so the TV that you were trying to yank from you and said you went and brought a new one.
The what?
And your TV you were trying to yank out of the bedroom where I've been sleeping for 5 years, you instead went and grabbed a new one?
What else was I going to do?
Oh, well, thank you for doing that because, yeah, why should I have to uproot my life because you just started seeing this guy? I realized you went out and brought a new TV. Figure it out. Crazy is all afternoon. She's screaming at me. She's just going to go yank this TV out of here where I'm the only one who sleeps in this bedroom for 5 years consistently. She hasn't slept up here for years. So when I said to her, it's not fair that you have a big TV down in the living room. I don't come to the first floor. You have the whole first floor. You use your laptop at the dining room table. You have the love seat. You have your big chair, her big sofa chair, the bookshelves, the space over the fireplace, the big TV. All I have is this one TV up here in the bedroom where I stay upstairs and away from her to watch. There's a TV in the office I don't even watch because when I'm in there, I'm on the computer. And that's it. Those are the two spaces that I have out of 3 floors, plus the apartment on the 3rd floor. I don't go up there. I can't even walk up those stairs. So she goes out and buys a new TV for her to bring her man over here overnight, and then expects me to help her set it up so she can have her little honeymoon suite. She's trying to turn this upstairs bedroom into her new little place to be with her man, and I'm supposed to help her do that. Really? No, I don't think so. So she buys a brand new TV. She's trying to get it set up, and she expects me to help her set up the other bedroom on this floor where she's going to bring her boyfriend over so she can make it into her little honeymoon suite. She just met this guy, reconnected with this guy like in the last couple of weeks. Wouldn't you wait a little while to, you're on the rebound and you jump into somebody else's arms? Listen, I got no opinion on that. I'm just going to stand up for the fact that I'm a co-owner here. This is the only room I spend time in. I sleep apnea. I have my machine right there. I'm not going to let her disrupt and cause me emotional, mental distress and try to turn my life upside down. Especially as a co-owner who's paying all the taxes. Not all of them, we split them, but I pay them. I pay the car payment. I pay it 2 months ahead of time often. And we brought the car together. We're on the title together. This is now becoming just purely a business relationship because of all the vindictiveness and all her attempts with her girlfriends to try to throw me out of here, get my name off the house, disrupt my life, leave me in the streets in the middle of the winter. No, sorry. Jesus is Lord. Matthew 10:36 says, your enemies will be right in your own household. I have no animosity towards her. I have nothing but agape love. I'm dealing with a very immature, hostile, violent, erratic person who's on Zoloft, and maybe she, like I said to her, a couple of years ago, you need to check with your therapist, and she doesn't have any, or check with some free help places like Al-Anon and whatnot. She won't go. So she's these are the consequences of failure to work on yourself. But I'm not going to let her jump into my hula hoop and turn my life upside down. I've been consistently here 5 years under false pretenses, having to pay off a lot of years of tax liens and do construction projects. This house was not up to code. Every outlet needed to be replaced. Electrical outlet hadn't been done ever. There were burnt ceiling fans because her ex-husband's brother or somebody tried to redo the ceiling fans. You can still see the cutouts of the ceiling fans, and even one that's in here is not done right. They did all this electrical work on this house without a certified electrician, and they burnt out breaker boxes. The dryers had to be replaced twice because of the cob job they did there. They had a cord running from this house to the neighbor's house so that they could share their 220 electric. Really? And it caused a fire and burnt in the wall. And when I moved in here, I noticed that, and I said, this is a fire hazard. So there are so many things on a 2nd and 3rd floor and basement breaker box that I just put money into. All she did was put it on a Home Depot credit card for the supplies, but I paid the jobbers and found the jobbers. These were guys that worked in my apartment legally in the stockade when I was there at 9 North Church Street. So I had them coming here. They made at least 24 trips to this house to make improvements so that we wouldn't die overnight from all the lack of neglect, of years of neglect to this property. Then I hired a guy, Conrad, who had a dump truck. I mean, big dump truck. We made 3 dump truck trips to the dump because there was just garbage and rubbish and broken materials and inside and outside. The mudroom was almost to the ceiling, filled with just garbage and broken furniture and everything else. The basement needed to be cleaned out. She paid for the dumpster, but I had to have jobbers come over and make several trips up from the basement with broken stuff from that had been there probably well over a decade. It took 3 days to finish that project. We ended up going over the weight of the largest dumpster this dumpster company had and ended up having to pay the difference because it was over the 1,000 pounds that they allow you. This is how crazy this house has been. Unfortunately, I've got to lock my computer door where she has nothing in here. She asked for a birth certificate that was in this antique secretary and her passport, so I'm going to give that to her now. Hey, your birth certificate and your passport was not in my black private box. It was in the antique secretary, right at the door. Here is your passport. I'm taking a photo of it and your birth certificate.